It's your girl here. It's Spooky Duke season, and you know what that means. It's time to get in the mood for Halloween. 'Tis the season where the veil between this world and the next is the thinnest. And when I think of the spirit world and the mortal world coming together, I think of the movie Spirited Away. So I had this idea to make cupcakes inspired by the scariest character in the movie, No Face. I wanted to bring together two ingredients that you might find at a bathhouse. So I decided to incorporate sake and matcha into my recipe. In the movie, Zen gives No Face a herbal cake that detoxifies him. So to represent this, I decided to mix my matcha into my cupcake batter. I first creamed together 1 stick of butter and 1 cup of sugar. I then added in 2 eggs, without the shells. Then 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, then I mixed in 1 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And that's baking powder, not baking soda. Do not make the mistake of mixing the two up. The results, they're not good. They're really not good. 1.5 cups of flour, in a separate bowl, I combine together my milk with my matcha. I really don't know if this is a necessary step, but I wanted it to mix smoothly into my batter. After making my cupcake batter, I had to change locations, so I buckled up my ingredients, safety first, and made my way to my grandma's house. When I got there, my grandma took one look at my batter and said it looked like baby vomit. You know, I came to her house to bake, but my grandma was the one doing the roasting. After that, I put my cupcakes in the oven for about 30 minutes on 350. Next, Next, I'm gonna put a little spirit into my frosting. Sake. I'm gonna put the sake in my frosting. Jokes. For the frosting, I decided to make a whipped cream and powdered sugar frosting base. I didn't want to use too much powdered sugar, but honestly, I had a lot of trouble trying to get this frosting to thicken up. I poured at least 3 shots of sake into my frosting. It was enough to taste, but unfortunately, my batter got a little runny. Then I had to add the black food coloring. I put my frosting in a regular snack bag and cut off the tip. For a little bit, it looked like the frosting was going to keep it together and hold its shape, but eventually it took after me and just became a mess. To make the candy mass, I put them in the microwave for 2 minutes and gave them a good stir every 30 seconds. I then spread the chocolate into an oval shape on wax paper. I then popped them into the freezer overnight. To draw the faces on the mask with a gel frosting too, but eventually I just gave up and used what was essentially a toothpick. Ah, toothpicks, the mark of a true culinary expert. Honestly, these faces took forever, but overall, I think they turned out really successful. And here's the final product. A few things went a little off the rails with this recipe. First of all, my matcha batter turned out a little denser than I intended it to. Anytime you add anything into a cupcake batter, it changes the composition. The frosting was obviously not what I intended it to be. If I had to do it again, I would definitely use a buttercream frosting. And finally, the masks were a little bigger than I intended them to be. However, they hit all my mistakes. Overall, this recipe was not bad. It needs to be tweaked a little bit. It still tasted good. It looks good. If I wouldn't have said anything, you guys wouldn't have known that this was not my plan. However, the original design does not match up. Okay guys, that's the end of my video. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe if you so choose, and hit that bell if you want to get notification. Anyway, I'll see y'all next time.